It is okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes. Life can feel heavy, and the world may seem loud and confusing. But even in the middle of all this, there is a quiet place inside. It's not far away. It's not hidden. It's not lost. It is always with us. Right now, with every breath, we are being invited to return to that calm space. We may have spent years believing that peace comes from outside, once things are fixed, or once people behave differently. But the truth is, peace is not something we wait for. It is something we choose. When we wake up in the morning, we can choose peace before we even step out of bed, before the to-do lists, before the news, before the phone lights up. There is a moment just for us. That moment holds a sacred invitation. It whispers, "You can begin this day in peace." We don't need everything to be perfect. We don't need the whole world to be quiet. We only need to be willing to pause. Take one deep breath, and in that breath, we return to ourselves. Peace begins there. It begins with softness. It begins with a gentle willingness to see things differently. Many people ask, how can I choose peace when so much is going wrong? And that is a very honest question. But choosing peace doesn't mean ignoring pain. It doesn't mean pretending things are fine. It means choosing to return to the center of our being, where peace already lives. It means trusting that no matter what happens, there is a part of us that stays calm. That part of us is wise. That part of us is loving. And that part of us has been waiting for us to come back home. Peace does not shout. Peace does not demand. It simply waits, gently and patiently. It welcomes us each time we remember. Sometimes we think we must fight for peace, but the truth is, we only need to stop fighting ourselves. There is great strength in gentleness. We have tried to control everything, haven't we? We've tried to fix people, fix outcomes, fix emotions. But peace doesn't come through control. Peace comes when we let go, when we soften our grip, and allow the moment to be what it is. We are not our thoughts. We are not our fears. We are not our past. We are the awareness behind it all. We are the breath. We are the calm witness. And the more we connect with that truth, the more the outside world begins to reflect it. When we choose peace, something begins to shift, not just within us, but around us. People respond differently. Situations soften. The tension lessens. It's not magic. It's alignment. It's the power of presence. The most beautiful thing is that peace is always a choice. Even when we forget, we can choose again. There is no punishment for forgetting, no shame in getting lost. The gift is always here, waiting. Each time we choose peace, we teach our nervous system something new. We say, "You are safe now. You don't have to run. You don't have to fight." And slowly, gently, our body begins to believe us. You may feel tired. You may feel hurt. But within you, there is a quiet strength that has never left. That strength is your peace. It knows the way forward. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to take the next gentle breath and choose peace again. Peace is not far. It is here. It is now. It is yours. Peace is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. It is not something we find outside, but something we awaken inside. It begins the moment we decide, "I want to live differently." That small desire is the first step. Some people think choosing peace means avoiding life, but it's quite the opposite. Peace helps us show up more fully. With peace in our hearts, we can listen better. We can speak kindly. We can make clearer choices. Peace doesn't make us passive. It makes us powerful in a new way. Calm is not weakness, it is wisdom. Choosing peace means honoring our feelings, but not becoming lost in them. It means being honest with ourselves. It means saying, yes, this hurts, but I will not carry this pain forever. We begin to see that we can let go without giving up. We can be firm and soft at the same time. We can be clear without being cruel. When we are centered in peace, we don't need to prove ourselves. We don't need to defend. We simply know who we are. There will be moments when the world tempts us to argue, to shout, to defend. But in those moments, we can pause and ask, is this worth my peace? Not every noise needs a reply. Not every battle needs to be fought. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is step back, breathe, and respond with grace. That doesn't mean we let others walk over us. That means we choose our energy carefully. We become keepers of our inner sanctuary. When we understand that peace is a decision we make again and again, we begin to take responsibility for how we feel. We stop waiting for the outside to calm down, and we learn to calm ourselves. This is where our true power lives, not in changing the world first, but in choosing to change how we show up in it. One peaceful thought can shift an entire day. One gentle breath can release years of tension. This is how we heal, not all at once, but moment by moment, choice by choice. When we choose peace, we are choosing love over fear, and that choice ripples out into everything we do. Peace doesn't need anything big or dramatic. It asks only that we stay present, that we stay kind to ourselves, that we honor this moment as sacred. With each breath, we return to peace. With each soft thought, we create a softer world. Our body listens to our thoughts. Every thought sends a message. When we think anxious thoughts, our body tightens. Our heart beats faster. Our breath becomes shallow. But when we think peaceful thoughts, our body relaxes. The breath becomes slower. The muscles let go. Even the cells respond to peace. We are not separate from our bodies. We are in relationship with them. And when we offer peace to our mind, our body feels safe enough to rest. So many people live in a state of alertness all the time. The body thinks it must always be ready for danger. But what if we could teach our body that it's safe now? What if we could say to our heart, you can slow down. You're safe here. These are the healing messages our body longs to hear, and we can give them anytime. We don't need permission. We don't need approval. We only need to be willing to listen. The breath is a beautiful teacher. It's always with us, and it's always truthful. When we feel anxious, our breath becomes short. When we feel calm, the breath moves deeply and freely. So when we feel off balance, we can always return to the breath. Place a hand on the heart, close the eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and a long, easy breath out. This one simple act tells the body, all is well. Our body is wise. It holds our stories, our memories, our pain, but it also holds our healing. When we choose peaceful thoughts, we begin to rewire how the body responds. We tell our nervous system, we are safe now. We don't need to be on guard. And in time, the body believes us. The shoulders soften, the jaw unclenches, the stomach relaxes. Healing begins, not because we forced it, but because we allowed it. Peace is not something we chase. It is something we allow. It is already here, just beneath the noise. When we stop trying to control everything, when we soften our thoughts, we meet peace again. The body loves softness. It responds to gentleness. It opens when we are kind. That is why self-love is so powerful. When we choose loving thoughts, we give the body a safe place to be. If the body could speak, it would say, "Thank you for your softness. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me rest." The more we offer these moments of peace to ourselves, the more natural it becomes. It is not about being peaceful all the time. It's about returning again and again, like waves returning to the shore. So today, as we walk through our lives, we can carry peace with us. We can speak softly to ourselves. We can breathe deeply when things feel hard. We can place a hand over the heart and whisper, "It's okay, we're doing our best." These are not small things. These are healing acts. These are sacred choices. And the more we choose them, the more our body, mind, and life begin to shift. In peace, we find strength. In peace, we find clarity. In peace, we find ourselves. And from that place, we begin to see the world differently. Not because the world has changed, but because we have. And that is the true miracle. It's so easy to react, to snap, to judge, to defend. The world moves quickly, and often so do we. There's pressure to have an answer right away, to solve the moment, to protect ourselves from what might go wrong. But peace asks us to slow down, not to ignore the situation, but to respond from a different place, one that feels steady, grounded, and clear. Reactivity comes from old wounds. It's the voice that says, "You must act now, or you'll lose control." But peace reminds us, you are not out of control. You are safe. You can take a breath and decide how you want to feel. This space between what happens and how we respond, that is where our power lives. That is the garden of our growth. We don't need to yell to be heard. We don't need to push to prove we're strong. Sometimes strength looks like stillness, like choosing to wait before speaking, like letting silence be okay. These are new ways of living, and they can feel unfamiliar at first. But every time we choose presence over panic, we are rewiring our patterns. Think of an old path through the forest, walked many times before. The soil is packed. The way is known. That's the path of reactivity. It's familiar. But now we're choosing to step off that path. We're carving a new way, softer, slower, more aware. And with each step, it becomes easier. That is the work of peace. It gently creates a new direction. Reactivity is often rooted in fear. Fear that we'll be hurt or overlooked or misunderstood. But when we pause, we begin to notice the truth behind those fears. Maybe we were once silenced, so we learned to shout. Maybe we were once blamed, so we learned to defend. But we are not those old moments anymore. We are here, now, and we can respond differently. A beautiful practice is to pause and ask gently, what would peace do right now? Not what does fear want, not what does pride demand, but what would peace do? Peace might wait, peace might breathe, peace might walk away, peace might speak softly and firmly. When we ask from that place, the answer is always loving. Try keeping a journal nearby. When you feel triggered or overwhelmed, write it down. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling? And what does peace want me to know? This simple reflection opens the door to healing. We move from reaction to understanding, from assumption to awareness. This is not about perfection. It's about practice, about giving ourselves permission to try again. Each time we choose not to react in old ways, we are not failing. We are evolving. We are becoming more whole. We are teaching our nervous system that safety lives inside us, not outside. And that creates freedom. The next time someone says something sharp or unfair and you feel the heat rising in your chest, pause, breathe. Place a hand on your heart and say silently, I am safe. I choose peace. You may still speak your truth, but you will speak it with power, not pain, with clarity, not chaos. This is how peace transforms everything, not by removing the hard moments, but by helping us meet them with grace. Let peace be your teacher. Let it show you a new way. Let it guide your voice, your thoughts, your steps. Because peace is not about doing nothing. Peace is doing everything from a place of love. There are certain words that speak directly to the heart, words that feel like a soft blanket after a long day, words that melt tension, calm worry, and bring us back home. These words are called affirmations. They're not magic tricks. They're not forced lies. They are gentle reminders of the truth that already lives inside us. When we speak a peaceful affirmation, we are not trying to become someone else. We are remembering who we are beneath the fear, beneath the stress, beneath the old stories. And that is the beauty of affirmations. They don't push, they invite. They create space for new beliefs to bloom. Let's try this one together. I choose peace with every breath. Let the words settle into your body. Repeat them quietly or out loud. Feel how your breath responds, how your shoulders might soften. This is the body saying, yes. I recognize this truth. Even if the mind resists at first, it's okay. Keep saying it. Keep allowing the possibility. Another beautiful affirmation is, I am safe and all is well in my world. Now, this doesn't mean every situation is perfect. It means we are cultivating an inner world where we feel steady no matter what happens around us. When we plant these affirmations into our daily routine, morning, evening, or even silently in the middle of a busy day, we are watering the seeds of peace. Think of your mind like a garden. Every thought is a seed. Some are weeds planted long ago without our choosing. But today, we get to plant new seeds, gentle ones, loving ones that say, I am worthy of peace. It is safe for me to let go. I respond to life with calm and clarity. Try writing your favorite affirmations on little notes and placing them where you'll see them, on the mirror, by your bedside, near the sink. Let your world gently reflect your inner practice. Every time you read one, you are nurturing a new belief. Some days the affirmations will feel strong. Other days they might feel far away. But every time you speak them, you are choosing a new path. You are saying, this is the direction I want to go. And over time, the mind begins to believe. The body begins to trust. The world begins to shift. Even if you only have a minute, you can place your hand on your heart, take a slow breath, and whisper, peace begins with me. That small act is enough to change your entire day. It sends a ripple out to your energy, your choices, your relationships. It changes how you move through the world. Peaceful affirmations are like candles in a dark room. They don't erase the darkness, but they give us light to see by. And sometimes that's all we need. Just a little light, just a little softness, just a little reminder that we are not broken, we are becoming. So speak your affirmations with love. Not because you need to fix yourself, but because you're ready to return to your truth. Because peace is your birthright. And every time you claim it, the world takes notice. Not through force, but through the quiet power of your presence. Peace doesn't just live in the quiet moments. It can live in every moment if we choose it. Even in the noise, even in the rush, even when things feel messy. Peace is not about perfection, it's about presence. And presence is something we can practice every single day. We often think we need hours of meditation or long retreats to find peace. But peace is in the simple moments, while washing dishes, while standing in line, while waiting at a red light. These are sacred moments too. In those spaces, we can breathe deeply, soften our shoulders, and choose peace. When someone speaks harshly, we can pause and return to our center. We can ask gently, "Is this worth my peace?" Not every situation deserves our full emotional response. Some only need our stillness, our breath, our soft boundary. That is how peace becomes our protector. Mirror work is a lovely way to build peace into our daily lives. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, not to criticize, but to connect. Say, "I am doing the best I can," and that is enough. This small act of kindness builds trust within. The eyes begin to soften. The heart begins to open. Try beginning your day with this. Stand in front of the mirror, take a deep breath, and say, "I choose to walk in peace today." Let that be your starting place. Let that be your guide. The more we begin our day this way, the more naturally peace flows through our actions. In traffic, instead of tensing up, breathe. In a crowded room, instead of shrinking, expand your energy with love. While folding laundry, say an affirmation. These are not empty moments. They are sacred ones. Every ordinary moment can become a doorway to peace. The more we practice choosing peace, the more it becomes a habit, the more it becomes who we are. And soon, we notice that our relationships feel easier, our mind feels quieter, our body feels lighter. This is the result of choosing peace again and again. Let it be simple. Let it be gentle. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make this moment the perfect one. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Inhale love, exhale fear. This is your new rhythm. This is your new song. And when the day ends, return to the mirror and say, "Today, I chose peace. I am proud of myself." Let that be the last message your heart hears before sleep, because peace is not only how we begin, it is how we continue. It is how we become, and it is how we love. When peace lives in the heart, it begins to color the way we see everything. Even the most difficult situations can appear softer when viewed through peaceful eyes. We may have lived for years believing that the world is against us, that people are difficult, or that life is always a battle. But when we invite peace into our inner world, something shifts. We begin to see that not everything is a threat. Not every word is an attack. Not every challenge is a punishment. Instead, we notice that some things are simply invitations for us to stay centered, to choose calm, to walk in grace. Healing begins when we understand that we can live differently, that we don't need to be on edge, that we don't need to fight for our worth. Choosing peace allows us to witness without judgment, to see anger and not absorb it, to see fear and not become it. This is the power of inner alignment. We are no longer tossed around by every emotion or circumstance. We anchor ourselves in calm. From this place, we naturally influence the space around us, not through effort, but through energy. Kindness becomes easier when we feel peaceful. So does patience. We become less interested in being right and more interested in being connected. Even conversations feel different. We listen more deeply. We speak more clearly. And others begin to feel our presence. They may not understand what has changed, but they feel safe with us. That's the gift of peace. It creates a healing field, one that doesn't require explanation, only presence. This doesn't mean we never feel upset or sad. Those emotions still come, but they pass more gently, because peace reminds us you are not this moment. You are the awareness within it. And from that place, we hold space for our own healing. We become softer, yet stronger, still, yet alert, open, yet grounded. Choosing peace doesn't mean we ignore what's wrong. It means we approach life from a loving place. We still take action. We still make boundaries, but we do so with clarity and care. We don't carry resentment into every decision. We carry awareness. This transforms how we move, how we relate, how we love. You may notice that when you are peaceful, others around you begin to soften too. Arguments become shorter. Silence feels safe. Connection grows. This is not by accident. The world responds to our vibration. And peace, more than anything, is magnetic. It draws in harmony, love, support. It teaches the world how to treat us gently. To live in peace is to live in freedom, not because life becomes easy, but because we become steady. And in that steadiness, life feels more graceful. Even pain has room to heal when held in peace. Try this. For one whole day, set the intention to respond with peace. No matter what arises, breathe before reacting. Pause before speaking. Soften your gaze. Walk a little slower. Notice what changes. You may find that it's not the world that needed fixing. It was the inner noise that needed quieting. And in that quiet, the world begins to shift. Peace is not something we chase. It is something we return to, again and again, like a home, like a friend, like a steady hand on the back, reminding us, you're safe here, you're allowed to be okay. When the world feels overwhelming, the best thing we can do is return to stillness, to slow down, to listen, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Peace lives in silence, in the spaces between words, in the moments where we stop trying to control and simply allow life to unfold. A beautiful way to return to peace is to find a quiet place, close the eyes, and simply breathe. Feel the air entering the body. Feel it leaving. Let each breath be slower than the last. Let the shoulders relax. Let the jaw soften. In this space, repeat softly, I am here. I am whole. I am peace. These are not just words, they are truths, and the more we speak them, the more our being aligns with them. Stillness is not doing nothing. Stillness is doing everything from a place of presence. When we sit in stillness, we hear what the busy mind hides. We hear the needs of the body, the whispers of the soul, the quiet truths we've buried beneath noise and movement. In stillness, we meet ourselves with honesty, and that is the beginning of real peace. Make time each day to sit in quiet, even for 5 minutes. Light a candle. Place a hand over the heart. Let it be your ritual, not for performance, not for perfection, but as an act of love. Stillness is not a reward. It is a right, a gift, a sacred return. When we practice stillness, our energy changes. We begin to carry a calm that others feel. We enter rooms and bring softness. We become safe spaces, not just for others, but for ourselves. This is what peace gives us, a home within. Let peace be your anchor. Let it hold you when the world feels uncertain. Let it guide your words, your thoughts, your steps. You are not weak for wanting peace. You are wise. You are not lazy for resting. You are healing. Stillness is strength, and you are allowed to rest in it, even on hard days, especially on hard days. Return to peace. Let it cradle you. Let it whisper, "You are safe now. You are allowed to breathe." The world may not always understand your peace, but your soul does, and that is enough. You have come so far. You have learned so much. You have faced storms, made mistakes, carried burdens, and kept walking. And now, here you are, choosing peace. This is a powerful moment, because every time you choose peace, you are saying yes to life in its most beautiful form. Peace is not something others give us. It's not something we earn. It is something we uncover. It has always been there, beneath the fear, the chaos, the noise. And every time you soften, every time you breathe deeply, every time you choose love over fear, you return to that peace. The world may still spin, the days may still feel long, but inside there is a steady flame. It never goes out. It never gives up. It is your light. It is your truth. It is the part of you that knows how to love, how to heal, how to rise, and it is fueled by peace. Let today be the day you stop searching and start allowing. Allow peace to guide your thoughts. Allow softness to shape your responses. Allow stillness to ground your energy. Not because you're trying to be perfect, but because you're ready to feel whole. You are not broken. You are blooming. You are not behind. You are becoming. And every time you pause, every time you breathe, every time you choose peace, you take one step closer to the life you were meant to live. So, go gently. Speak kindly to yourself. Walk slowly. Rest often. Trust that every peaceful choice is creating a new world, first inside you, then around you. And as you move through your day, carry this with you. I am peace. I am safe. I am love. Let it echo in your heart. Let it guide your path. You are doing beautifully. You are already enough. And the world is shifting because you chose peace.